Yeah, we're doing a Spongebob Squarepants power ranking. Bet you didn't see this one coming, but let's get into it. While Plankton might technically be a genius, inventing all sorts of incredible things while he's trying to steal the Krabby Patty formula, he's also definitely proven himself to be entirely incompetent. Every plan or scheme he has always comes back to bite him in the butt. It also definitely doesn't help things that he's literally Plankton, easily the smallest and weakest out of everyone in Bikini Bottom. He might just be a snail, but Gary's actually shown off some impressive strength feats in the past. However, when SpongeBob tries to move him or pick him up, Gary can't do anything about it. He's always overpowered by everyone around him. Which, does make sense. He's just a snail. Fred is just your average guy down in Bikini Bottom, except he tends to have a thing for devastating leg injuries. Squidward has some impressive feats to his name. He's survived the destruction of pocket universes, can shrink himself out of existence, even manipulate all of reality and transform it black and white. That being said, he's actually regularly beaten up on. The only guy he can overpower is SpongeBob, as Patrick regularly beats him. So if we're just basing things off of Squidward, well then it looks like most squids are actually pretty weak in Bikini Bottom. However, you can put Squilliam above Squidward just because it's clear that Squilliam is better than Squidward in pretty much every way. Flats is just a big bully who goes around just trying to kick everyone's butt. While you might think that makes him as strong as someone like Larry the Lobster, when he actually went to punch SpongeBob, well, it did nothing. Flats tried to punch him for days straight. He never hurt SpongeBob. Plus, SpongeBob seemed pretty confident that Patrick could take him in a fight. Mrs. Puff might just be the driving teacher on an endless quest to teach SpongeBob how to drive, but when she gets angry, will get out of her way. She's casually able to rip faces off, even been able to beat up Mr. Krabs and Harold when she's really pissed off. Patrick is definitely stronger and more powerful than your typical fish. He's able to consistently beat up Squidward, and he was the first guy that SpongeBob turned to when facing off against his bully. Then there's his more Toon Force stuff, like running to the sun in just seconds. His morning breath is so bad that it legit leaves people in pieces. He was even able to survive when SpongeBob destroyed the universe, but more on that later. Bubble Bass is just another big bully, trying to trick SpongeBob and Mr. Krabs into giving him free Krabby Patties. But he's incredibly strong. He's regularly been able to beat up on Squidward, just has a whole lot of mass to throw around whenever he's in a fight. Pearl is Mr. Krabs' daughter, and she's literally a whale. Do I really need to say more here? Mr. Krabs is the owner of the Krusty Krab, and cause he's so money hungry, well, don't get in his way if money is involved. He's one of the few characters in SpongeBob with actual combat feats. He'll mess you up. Larry the Lobster is absolutely ripped. He's one of the strongest guys in Bikini Bottom, and he can lift up stands filled with people and did an anchor toss that was similar to Sandy's. The Tattletail Stranger. He's one of the most intimidating fish in the sea, to the point where pretty much everyone is afraid of him, even Mr. Krabs and Larry the Lobster. He was a feared serial killer that no one in Bikini Bottom wanted to protect SpongeBob from. Not even the police could catch him. Man Ray has been Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy's arch nemesis for years. While he can be taken out with just a tickle belt, he was still able to take over Bikini Bottom and completely destroy Patrick in a fight. He's also got a laser that can destroy whatever it hits. As long as he strays away from tartar sauce, well, Man Ray could quite literally take over the world. Dennis the Assassin was a hitman hired to kill SpongeBob and Patrick. He's a vicious, cold-blooded predator. He's also definitely one of the strongest guys in Bikini Bottom. He'll rip your face off if you insult him. If you try and stand up to him, he'll knock you straight into next week. the Alaskan bullworm, the only thing that even caused Sandy to run away in terror. Yeah, not even Sandy tried to fight this guy, and it completely crushed Bikini Bottom on the way out. While the atomic flounder might be retired now, in his prime, he was a force to be reckoned with. He can shoot out atomic radiation that'll melt everything around it, and he can also mutate people just by touching them. Patchy the Pirate is the president of the Spongebob Squarepants fan club, and because he's a human interacting with Bikini Bottom, you can bet he's got some pretty good Toon Force powers. Like, Patchy isn't just interacting with SpongeBob, but he can actually legit control the plot and rewrite episodes, or even jump over to different dimensions by appearing in different shows. Barnacle Boy might still be treated like a kid by Mermaid Man, but in actuality, he's an old dude living in a retirement home now. But in his prime, well, he was pretty powerful. I mean, he was a hero for years. He was able to take down tons of different villains. Same with Mermaid Man. He's old now, but in his prime, very powerful. His powers all come from his costume and his belt, but he can do a whole lot of stuff. Control sea creatures, control the water, and his belt looks like it can legit do anything. Not even Mermaid Man knows how it actually works. David Hasselhoff showed up in the SpongeBob movie, helping SpongeBob and Patrick fight against Dennis. And he's not just Hasselhoff, but a robot cyborg man who can swim like a speedboat. He's able to launch a crown out of his pecs. Sandy has some absolutely insane strength feats here. She's able to easily toss anchors, pull ships, or throw houses around. She's legit the strongest character in Bikini Bottom, even stronger than Larry or anyone. And she's also a great fighter. She regularly beats up everyone she fights against, even karate masters. It's crazy to think that SpongeBob is actually this powerful, because he's usually just seen as weak and not at all this strong. But then in some episodes, he also shows off some of the greatest Toon Force feats you've ever seen. Like, he's able to casually create and destroy pocket dimensions and universes. And just from pulling a string, well, SpongeBob was able to erase the whole Milky Way galaxy, and eventually the whole universe. The Flying Dutchman is a ghost pirate that haunts the seas, all because he was never properly put to rest. Now he likes to scare the residents of Bikini Bottom, and is tasked with collecting the souls of the dead. Being a ghost, the Dutchman can't die himself, he's already dead. He's also got some absolutely crazy ghost powers. He can turn anyone he wants into ghost, or simply lock them in Davy Jones' locker for all eternity. Triton is the son of King Neptune, and while he's scared of his dad and his dad is more powerful, he was still able to completely wreck Bikini Bottom. King Neptune is the god and supreme ruler of the seas. He's literally god for Bikini Bottom. That means he's more powerful than everyone else in Bikini Bottom, including SpongeBob, meaning he can literally do everything that SpongeBob can do and more. But the most powerful character in SpongeBob? Well, that would have to be Bubbles the Dolphin, a weird, omniscient, ancient, immortal dolphin god. He's not just more powerful than the god of the seas, but he's the protector of the whole galaxy. Yeah, no doubt, Bubbles is the most powerful character here. But what do y'all think? Sound off in the comments down below. I know you're gonna have thoughts and feelings on this one for sure. If you stuck around this long and made it to the end of the video, that's amazing. Thank you so much for watching and for supporting us. And if you want to go subscribe, well, go subscribe. You're going to see more videos like this one every single week. I'll see y'all then. I'll see y'all next time.